Welcome to episode 8 of the TM GolfCast. My name is Tad Myers, and in this episode, I sat down with the first female guest of the TM GolfCast. Her name is Lindsey Pritts. She is a junior in the CalU PGM Program at CalU of PA, and we talk about pretty much everything under the sun, from where her career is headed to, where she's been, some funny experiences. This was just more of a natural conversation. I think you guys find this one a little bit more relaxing. It was more of a relaxing conversation than an actual interview. So here it is, Lindsey Pritts. Episode 8 with Lindsey Pritts. You are the first female to be on the show.
Yeah, I feel quite... it's quite the honor.
Hey, you're the one asking me. You're like, hey, you need a female on the show.
I agree, you do. You can't just do all guys. It's not fair.
It's not.
You gotta get that lady demographic in.
Oh, for sure. I agree. Absolutely. And, of course, you're the only one I know at the moment.
There's Colby and Rachel and all the girls on the golf team.
Yeah, and they possibly will be on in the future. I just don't...
I could get Colby to do it, no problem. I'll tell her to listen
That's
to
not
this
the...
one.
Well, that's not the... She could do it. That's fine. It's how comfortable am I being with, like, recording somebody that I don't know that well.
I mean, I could sit in, you know. I could just, like, to be, you know, your emotional support.
Yeah, that's true. But, like, I don't know a lot of the freshmen that well. I need to get to know them before I like... There's not that many freshmen compared to, like, last fall.
Oh, there's like 6.
Well, there was, like, how many freshmen was there last fall?
A lot.
There was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a good number.
Their class was big. And then this year there's like, I think there's like 10.
Yeah.
Like counting transfers.
But see, that's a good thing. Partially good thing, partially bad thing. Bad for the, I guess, the school because non-enrollment, but in a good way that they're going to be closely bonded.
Right.
This is your last semester on campus, right?
Yeah. I will be.
Or last fall, or last year, right?
Yeah, I'll be here in the spring.
Okay.
And then I'll be on the whole year internship thing.
So that's what sucks about being a transfer student. Like, this is my last semester here.
That sucks.
Well, yeah, possibly.
I mean, I'm all about, like, getting out of here and going to a facility and working there and, like, not being in school anymore. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, well, there goes my whole college experience gone, you know?
Yeah. Like, well, I already had my 2 years, but I was under the radar. Like, at community college, you're under the radar, you don't make friends. You're just under the radar. I went through that program just completely didn't know nobody. And now this, it's like, I'm actually enjoying making friends for once.
Right, yeah. No, I love everybody in this program. It was such a great, it was such a great idea for me to, like, come to this program because I feel like I was originally going to go into teaching. I feel like if I had gone to teaching,
Mm-hmm.
I would not have, like, the connections that I have. Like, even though, you know, it's me and, like, 90 guys, I still feel like, you know, everybody here is, like, a brother to me.
That's
and I'm
awesome.
really glad that, like, I'm in this major because of that.
So that actually kind of gets me into one of my first questions that I had.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only female in the program. Well, not anymore. Not anymore.
Cool,
but you were.
Yeah.
For how many school years? Was your freshman year you were with wasn't there another
Vanessa
female?
and Vanessa. Oh my God, no.
She
Her
was the
name's not
teacher.
Vanessa. Shayna.
That's what I
And
thought, yeah.
there was another girl, I think Rachel was her name. She was on the golf team, so I never really saw her.
Oh, okay.
They were both there my freshman year, and then Rachel graduated, and then Shayna was kind of here last year, but I don't know if, like, she was actually here. You know, it was her senior year.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, what it was, but, like, it kind of felt like I was the only girl in the program because, like, we didn't really know each other that well.
Yeah.
But, you know, what was your question?
Well, like, since you're the only female in the program, I just can't imagine being the only one and being with all these guys. I would hate it. I would hate it. Like, personally, I had a class one time. It was a music class, and I was the only guy, and all of the girls made fun of me, and I hated that. I hated that class, and I never wanted to be in that environment again, where I was the only one.
No, I know freshman year, it was a little weird, because, like, even with Shannon and Rachel in the program, I didn't really know either of them. I never hung out with them, because they're older, obviously, you know. I know freshman year I was a little weirded out, and, like, I kind of avoided the guys, like, as much as I could, because I was like, I don't really want to be made fun of for being the only girl in the program, because, like, it was a leap for me to go into it in the first place. So I was a little super nervous, but then sophomore year I really just stopped caring, and I was more outgoing. I made fun of them when they did stupid stuff. I was like, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'll just hit them right back. And none of them were ever mean.
Oh,
it wasn't
yeah.
like anybody was
Oh,
like.
yeah, you weren't mean at all.
No, and I wasn't. I don't think I was mean. I hope I wasn't mean. Anything every jest or jab or anything is always just out of pure comedic for me to feel comfortable overall.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And you've definitely gotten more comfortable especially over this school year, I feel like, too.
Oh, yeah. Like, being in the industry more now, going on the internships and working at courses has really, I'm like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm a female in a male-dominated industry, and that's, it's a blessing and a curse, because I have, so many more opportunities that you guys wouldn't have.
That is true.
Essentially, because, like, people want women in their golf shop. I know Dan last year was super excited to have me because he just wanted me in there as a woman. He wanted to have that happen, and it was a really great experience working there. But I was with all guys.
Yeah.
But being there, and even at Army Navy where I was just outside and all that, it helped me, I guess. I don't know what the word is.
You're more well-rounded.
Yeah, exactly, and I can be okay with being around a whole bunch of guys and not having, I don't really care.
Yeah. Now you talked about going to Army Navy. Was that your first place of employment in the industry?
No. Excuse me. I worked. My original home course was Timber Ridge Golf Course, a little tiny hinky dink in the middle of nowhere. She's closed now. May she rest in peace. But I worked. My dad worked in the outside operations stuff, cutting grass, running carts and stuff like that. So he got me a job there, and it was just mainly like I would work there once a week in the shop, which wasn't really a shop. It was like there was a counter, a cooler, and a table, and we had a couple of Timber Ridge nasty like T-shirts all hanging on the wall that nobody ever even looked at. And I just worked. People would be like, "I'm here to play," and I'd be like, "Okay, bye." Like I don't care, and I get paid like $50. So essentially, no, Army Navy was not my first. I worked at Timber Ridge, but it was kind of my real first job in the industry, I'd say.
I feel like this, because I come from a similar situation with a small town golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you make friends there. That becomes your family.
Oh, yeah. Like, it was a bunch of old guys.
Oh, that's always what it is.
Like, old guys, who... Bill Mazeroski, he was a baseball player for the Pirates.
Okay.
And Elroy Face, he was also.
Yeah.
They were both, I don't really want to say members, because they weren't really members, but they played there, and they called it the Mafia, a whole bunch of old guys that would go out and play on Wednesdays and I think Fridays. And those guys, my dad still plays golf with them to this day at Robert Shaw's golf course, which is a little 9-hole. But I consider all those old guys are always like, how are you doing? How's college? They are like a family. Even starting there, moving to Robert Shaw's, all that stuff. They still, even though I'm not around all the time anymore, definitely it's like a huge family atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if Saxon had any famous people regularly. We have 2 lawyers that come all the time. They're
2 lawyers.
The twins. I can't remember their name at the moment, but I remember they've got a commercial on TV, and every time I hear it or see it, I'm like, hey, I know those guys. And they're probably not listening. If they are, that's awesome. But
I know you guys.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's great.
Oh yeah.
A commercial. I can remember the people. I just can't remember the name. Good advertising there. I know last one was Fishman. I can't remember. But you know what I'm talking about.
Ponderovich and Fishman? Is that what it is?
98 Twins is the 1-800-98 Twins is the.
What? I've never heard of that.
That's their phone number.
98 Twins.
There's 3 lawyers.
Isn't it Ponderovich, and Fishman?
Yeah, something. But I don't think it's Ponderovich.
It has to be that.
I don't know if it is. Okay, so getting to more serious topics here, I guess. What got you started into golf? Let's start with there. Let's start like every podcast I've done, we've always started we're talking about where you're at now, and then start from the beginning, and then just circle back.
Start from the beginning. Okay. First time I ever held a golf club in my hand, I was like 6, and my grandfather took me out in his backfield behind his house, and excuse me, we were just hitting golf balls. I never touched a golf club again. I mean, not until before I went to high school. My parents told me I had to pick a sport to play. And I was given all these different options. My brother was a coach at this high school, and he was like, come play basketball for me, and I would have rather died than play basketball for my brother. And my other brother, he's a fantastic golfer. He's an amazing golfer. He should have gone professional. He's so good. He said, why don't you try golf? And, I was a high school kid. I was like, I don't have to run to do golf. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try it, and figuring I would not be good at it, and eventually I would just quit. And I ended up being pretty good at it. I mean, not that I'm like fantastic, obviously I'm not, but I was at the point where like my freshman year I would kind of play in the top 6 on and off as a freshman, and then my junior year I played number 2 on the team. My sophomore year I played number 2 on the team. And then my junior and senior years, I was team captain, and I played number 1 on the team. So, I was pretty okay at it, and I kind of like started to like it and have fun. And so that's where I first started in golf. And even in high school, I was never like, oh, this is gonna be my career. I always wanted to be a teacher because I like doing stuff with kids. I like just seeing them expand and grow and learn. My nephew is my favorite person in the whole world, and just watching him grow up is like amazing. And so I wanted to teach, and I wanted to do something like that. Because my brother, not my brother that's a good golfer, but my brother who teaches at the high school, he was a teacher. And in the end, I was like, I don't want to do the same thing as my brother. I don't want to be a teacher, but I still want to do something with kids, and I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And my junior, senior year, I started playing in the Kings tournaments. I might have even done it my sophomore year, I don't know. But they're like tournaments that you ran during the summer. Okay. And there, I think it was my senior year. It had to have been my senior year. Or maybe like the summer between my junior year and my senior year. I was at a golf course, and my friend, who is also in a PGM program, I think Eastern Kentucky, his mom said, hey, there's a guy up there from Cal UPGM. You should go and talk to him, because I was kind of thinking I wanted to do something with golf at that point, but I wasn't sure. I like knew it was a thing, but I had no idea like how the heck I could like do anything with it. And so she forced me up there, because I was very, very like not like I was like, oh, I don't know, I don't want to do it. She forced me up there, and she came up with me, and she was like, this is Lindsey, and I was like, oh, hey. And it was Justin, and Justin was very like, he was like, yeah, it's a cool program, everybody there will be like a brother to you. It's nothing, we'd love to have you come and check out the school. And my brother, who was a teacher, came to Cal, so he was like, yeah, definitely go to my alma mater, yeah, do it. And so he brought me here, and I just saw the school one day, and then I came back with my mom to meet Justin, and it was like, Justin kind of said, you can absolutely work with kids in this, teach kids golf. And which was like, oh, I want to teach kids, and oh, I like golf. I don't have to be a teacher, I can teach kids golf. And so I figured it would be the best way to go, and I joined the program.
So is that where you want kind of your career to go towards, like that part of the industry is junior golf?
At this point, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
I don't even know what I want to do. Essentially, my whole plan is wing it. Because, who knows, in 5 years I could be like, I don't even like to golf anymore. And I could totally decide to change my way of life. I never like stick to one thing.
Okay, yeah.
As of right now, I like working green grass. I like running tournament operations. I like doing junior golf camps. I like working in the shop, learning members. Like Indiana was so great. I loved working in Indiana. It was such a small, private experience. Everybody knew me. I knew everybody. it was just, it was very nice, and I loved that atmosphere and working at a place like that. So that's kind of what I want to do right now. That's why I'm going to West Haven, because it's a family club. It has a whole bunch of opportunities for junior golf and tournament operations and running cool stuff. They do like night golf and all this stuff, and I'm really excited about doing stuff like that.
Night golf is fun.
Oh yeah.
Night golf is super fun.
I've never done it. At Indiana, we had it, and I was like, oh, Dan, can I start the night golf thing? And he's like, sure, if you want to be here at 9 o'clock at night. And I was like, you're right, never mind.
I never actually got to play night golf myself. I'd be afraid, to be honest with you. Like, I worked it. I got to work it, and at one point I did fall asleep until a golf ball hit my cart. Yeah, that was a wake up. But it was so. I just remember so dark and just seeing glowing balls just fly past me. And then the next morning we found somebody drove on a green. But,
oh no.
Oh yeah, that was bad. So, but yeah, I don't know if I want to play it. It looks fun though.
Yeah, I know. At Indiana, my original thought was, oh, this would be fun, but like, our front nine, like, it went down into like this spooky cavern. And even when I played by myself, I hated going down there. Like, we had like those walkie follow things, and when I would go out and play, I'd normally take one because I really liked them. And like when I was down there by myself walking, I was like, oh god, I hate it down here. Like, I speed through, it was like 6, 7, and 8. I'd like speed through them. But I couldn't imagine doing that at night.
Well, that would be scary.
It would be terrifying.
Like no sunlight, no moonlight would even get down to there.
One time I was at the shop, another reason I would be scared to play in Indiana, and it was just me. I think there were 2 guys on outside, and they were both down the range. There were like 4 members out in the course, a single and like a group. And the group calls me. And, like, I answer the phone, and I'm like, yeah, Indiana golf, thanks for getting. And he's like, bear on the course. And I'm like, what? He's like, there's a bear on the course. And I was like a bear? And he said, yeah, a bear. On number 10 and 11, it's a bear. And I was like, holy crap. I just sent this member out to walk by himself. He's walking on the back 9. And I, like, there's a bear. And I tell the guys on the radio, I'm like, hey, be careful, there's a bear. And then I get in Dan's cart. He had like a really fast, speedy cart, and I like go out and I'm like, hey, stop, there's a bear. And like we see this bear go running across the road, like right in front of us. And I'm like, oh my god, you could have been eaten by this bear. I couldn't even imagine. Like, what would I do if this member got eaten by a bear? And he's like, oh my god, look at that bear. And I go, do you want to go play the front 9? He's like, I'll be fine. And I was like, are you sure you don't want to go play the front 9? And he's like, it's okay, and ran off that way. It was like the scariest thing.
Oh man.
Sorry, random.
I had an experience with a bear once. I was playing, in like one of those summer tournaments, I was playing in actually U.S. Kids Golf. And I was doing a practice round at one of my local golf courses. And the first hole was right alongside a road. Saw a bear in the cornfield on the other side of the road, run across the road, run across my fairway, ran across the other woods, and it was like an echo. You could hear a golfer go, a bear, and then the next hole, bear. You felt like you were in a cave. A bear, a bear, a bear. And it was a small bear too. It wasn't big. It was like a cub.
Oh my god, the bear that was in Indiana it was huge.
Really? Like a big grizzly bear?
Yeah, it was like a black bear.
Oh.
It was big. And I was like, where does this bear come from? We're in the middle of Indiana. Like,
that's crazy. Oh man. So where are all the getting back to the topic here? I love squirrel moments. I gotta have more of these in the show. But like, what different places have you worked? So you worked at your local golf course when you were a kid.
Yeah.
What different internships have you had so far?
So first there was Timberidge, and then my freshman year internship was at Army Navy Country Club in Virginia, just outside the Pentagon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my brother worked in the Pentagon, so I lived with him while he was down there. He's a DEA agent. That one was okay. I was just kind of stuck in outside operations.
Okay.
So, like, I didn't have a lot of fun. But, I still learned from it.
Yeah.
Everybody there was super nice. Nobody there was mean. But it was this experience that told me while I wanted a private club, I didn't want a large-scale private club. They had, like, 10,000 members or something crazy like that.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Well, it was originally only like a military personnel could be members there, and that was it. But they opened it to public like 4-ish years before I got there or something like that. So a lot of people joined because I mean it was a beautiful club. It was a big, huge building, you know, lots of room for stuff to happen. I don't think I was ever even in all the rooms in the building.
Oh wow.
And then there was another building where the pool and children's stuff was held. So that was a totally different building, and then there was a pool and tennis, like 4 tennis courts. It was huge. So it was a very nice club, but it was huge. And I knew like 2 members by name. And in the end, I was just kind of like, I don't think I want an experience like this. So that's why for my sophomore year internship, I went to Indiana because it was a smaller scale club. The second I talked to Dan, I was like, wow, this guy is fantastic. I would love to learn under him, and Indiana was amazing. I wish I could like just stay there. I knew all the members, you know, the members knew me, they cared about me. My last day there was terrible because my 2 favorite members like hugged me goodbye, and I was like practically sobbing. And I got to work with junior golf, and I got to run operations, and I was trusted with stuff, and it was awesome. I loved it there. And then I'm going to West Haven. That's in Tennessee. My brother lives in Tennessee now. He's a member at West Haven, so it's gonna be super weird, but it just seems like an awesome club. They have a teaching facility.
Oh wow.
They do stuff with U.S. kids, so since now I'm U.S. Kid certified, it would be great. They do what's that junior golf thing where there's like they play against each other at clubs?
PGA Junior League?
Yeah, PGA Junior League.
Okay.
They do that. So there's a lot of stuff with juniors that I'll have the opportunity to do. Plus, like I like stalked their Instagram for a week before I decided I wanted to apply there.
That's what you got to do before you go.
Right,
anywhere,
you have to know.
stalk Insta.
Yeah. They do a whole bunch of fun you know, events like 80s night and you know,
Well, that's fun.
stuff like that. So it just seems like it's a cool club. And my brother, since he's been a member there, he's only been there maybe a month.
Okay.
He says he really likes it there. It's very family oriented, which is what I want, you know.
Mhm.
Even being in the golf industry, I can't wait to, you know, have a family at a club and stuff like that. It's just something that like I love the family experience, you know.
That's awesome. So you like more the smaller private family oriented clubs.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about a piece of the industry that my part anyhow, that I'm more
Club.
Yes, more
fitting.
club design and fitting. Now, were you fitted for your clubs?
No.
Okay.
I've had my clubs since sophomore year of high school.
Okay. Now, what kind of equipment do you play?
They're Adams.
Okay. Well, if there's any equipment companies out there listening, let's get Lindsey hooked up with some good product here. Since
Yeah.
we're not sponsored. Since this podcast is not sponsored.
Non-sponsored.
I'm not going to name any specific company.
I know who you would want though.
For sure.
I don't know if I could play Callaway. I don't know. I don't really like. I hit AP3s, Titleists, this summer because Dan was like huge AP3 guy, and I hated them. I just hated them. They were so stiff. They were stiff shaft, obviously. But I was like, oh, yikes.
Yeah.
And I think I played. Well, when I played the juniors, when I take the juniors out, I would only take like my 56 degree and like my putter, and I would be like, okay, I'll play a hole of against you guys, and I get to use your clubs. And some of them are older kids, so they had like actual clubs, and I would use his kid Phillips clubs all the time, and he had he had Callaway clubs.
There you go.
I couldn't tell you what they were, and I hated them.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
So I don't even know what I would go with, what.
That's the biggest thing though. Like fitting is, for me personally, I believe everybody should get fit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh yeah, my
the
brother has
brands
been-
are so close right now though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're all. I mean, the USG has that limit. They're all up to that limit, but in different ways.
Right.
And that's yeah.
Since I started playing golf, my brother's like, you need to get fit, you need to get fit, you need to get fit. But my dad's like, we need to wait till she stops growing, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at this point I'm done getting, I think I'm stuck at 5'3". I don't think I'm getting any taller.
Let's not say that, because I want to get taller. I'm very close to 5'3".
I don't know.
I like when I go to the doctor, like, well, what's your height? I like to say 6 foot, but that's just that's obviously.
They're
not
like,
true.
haha, sure, kid.
Yeah, right. I'm like, what's your actual height? And they laugh at me.
Well, between my freshman year and this year, I did grow an inch. I was 5'2" freshman year, and I'm 5'3" now.
Oh, wow.
So.
Well, there you go. You're gonna pass me here. You're gonna pass me up here soon.
But I think I'm done. I have not grown anything since then. So.
I want to get taller. I want to hit the ball farther. Now let's talk about your position here at Cal at the moment. You are the
treasurer.
Treasurer.
Yeah.
Treasurer for the PGM program, and I do say, this fundraiser that you're doing now is awesome.
Yeah, that was totally last minute.
But it's the best one. So far, like we were talking earlier, 4 have already reached out.
Yeah.
For me personally, and I know you've gotten 4 already.
And JR said that, I was talking to JR, I was like, hey, do you want to buy one? JR was like, Merlin said he wanted to get a couple.
Oh, a couple? Wow, that's good.
Because I guess his parents or something like that. So I know that like a lot of the alumni are like, oh, this is kind of cool. And I want to reach out to more alumni. Hey, alumni, if you're listening to this podcast, hit me up. Because it was totally last minute. I had been looking, and I was like gonna do cookie dough, but I got in contact with that the gentleman who runs it, Paul Jack, something like that, and he did the Tom show on Golf Channel, ESPN, something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he runs Golf Lifestyle magazine, and he runs Black Bear Media, I think it's called, fundraising, and his website still had their cookie dough stuff on it. If you like followed a certain link, you could get to their cookie dough stuff, even though they don't sell it anymore. But I talked to him about that, and he said, you don't want to do cookie dough, it sucks. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I just didn't know what else to do. And he said, why not these tumblers? You know, you can get your logo on them. You can get them in whatever color you want, school colors, and, you know, you get $10. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good. To buy the other thing I was going to do was, like, butter bread pastries or something like that. I was talking to both of them at the same time, and, you know, I figured, hey, it's non-perishable.
Yeah.
We can pitch them to the alumni, we can pitch them to people just on campus in general, you know, teachers, be like, you want to support PGM, you know, so I figured it would be the best thing to do, and so far I think everybody likes it.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea, and depending on when, you know, people are listening to this, people can order them, or ask the students to order them, how many, until what, November
16th.
16th, okay.
Yep, November 16th is the deadline.
2018.
2018, yeah. If you're listening to this next year, sorry, I'm not treasurer anymore.
Yeah, but they're really good, and refillable at get-go.
Yeah.
They look really nice.
They do look really nice.
Your Instagram is Swan with Hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go follow. It's just Swan with Hands, right?
Swan with
There's
Hands.
no
Yep.
underscore, no
At
number.
Swan with Hands.
Okay. Yeah, and let us know if you want any.
Yeah, hit me up.
They're really nice. They're really like. I
He
didn't think they were going to
described
turn
them.
out this.
Yeah, he described them as Yeti tumblers. They're not Yetis, but he
No.
said they're like the same material.
They're the same thing.
Yeah.
And they stay cold for 24 hours. They're 20 ounces.
20 ounces. Yep, refillable.
Stainless steel. They're nice bright red, and it looks like the Cal logo is etched in them, not printed. It looks like it's actually.
Yeah, they said they need like a while. Like I asked if we wanted them by our December 7th date before we leave for Christmas break. He said they would need from the 16th. So I'm figuring it's gonna take a while to like actually, you know, them to make them.
Yeah, for sure. So is there any more socials that people can follow you on besides Instagram? Swan with Hands Instagram. Is that the same for Facebook, or is it just Lindsey Pritts?
It's just Lindsey Pritts on Facebook.
Okay. Anywhere else?
My Snapchat's Swan with Hands.
Okay. Swan with Hands. Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's it?
It's all Swan with Hands.
That's one thing I'm trying to, you know, with everybody I'm interviewing, it's like,
yeah.
I keep forgetting them to do a shout out to their
to pitch them?
social. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
it.
me.
hopefully we can get more female presence on the podcast. That'd be great.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, thank you for listening to episode number 8, and I'll see you guys next week.